There is a stretch of abandoned railway just outside Camagüey that most people pass without a second glance. A forgotten line, a relic of a route that hasn't carried a real train in over 40 years. The rails are rust-eaten and warped, shimmering with age. Grass grows between the wooden sleepers, swallowing the metal until only a faint outline remains. To anyone else, it looks like nothing more than a dead track. But the people who live nearby know better, because every few nights, at 1:23 a.m., the ground begins to tremble. The first sign, the tremor. It starts as a soft vibration beneath the soil, barely noticeable, like distant thunder rolling under the earth. But then it grows. Loose stones begin to rattle, fence posts shake, pebbles dance across the dirt like something alive. Animals sense it first. Horses jerk awake, ears pinned back. Dogs whine and hide under porches. Goats freeze, staring toward the tracks with wide, terrified eyes. People who live near the lines say the same thing. You don't sleep through 1:23 a.m. The second sign, the cold wind. Moments after the trembling begins, a sudden cold wind sweeps across the fields. Not a breeze, a violent gust that drags dust and dead leaves into spirals. The temperature drops so sharply that breath turns to mist, and then everything stops. The wind, the insects, the night itself. A silence so heavy it feels unnatural. That's when the train arrives. The manifestation. It doesn't appear like a normal train. There is no headlight, no whistle, no engine roar. Instead, it manifests as a smear of dark motion, a long shadow slicing through the fields at impossible speed. It glides above the rails. No wheels touch the metal, no sparks, no sound except a low, grinding hiss like metal remembering how to move. The windows are pitch black, not tinted black, as if the inside stretches into a different world entirely. Some say the train isn't traveling through Camagüey, but past it, as if it's following a route that no longer exists in our world. The passengers, those who have seen it, swear there are silhouettes inside, dozens, maybe hundreds, packed shoulder to shoulder, standing perfectly still. No movement, no gestures, just dark shapes, staring outward. And as the train passes, their heads tilt all at once, as if tracking whoever is watching from the roadside. People who witness this say the same thing. It wasn't looking at me. It was looking through me. The story of Don Mateo. One of the most chilling encounters comes from a man named Don Mateo, a farmer who lived near the abandoned line his entire life. He had heard the stories, of course. Everyone had, but he didn't believe them. One warm night, after a long day in the fields, he sat outside repairing a broken tool. His lantern flickered softly. The night was calm. Then the ground trembled. He felt it through the legs of his chair. He thought it was an earthquake until he noticed the animals. His horse was frozen, staring toward the tracks. The dogs were whining, backing away, tails tucked. Then the cold wind hit. Mateo stood up, lantern shaking in his hand, and the train appeared. He said it moved like a shadow pulled across the world, fast, silent, wrong. The windows were black. The silhouettes inside were motionless, but one of them was different. A figure near the last car pressed its face against the window, not violently, slowly, as if curious. Mateo said he couldn't see eyes or a mouth, just a pale shape where a face should be. And then the figure lifted its hand, not waving, not reaching, just pressing its palm against the glass. Mateo dropped the lantern, the flame went out, and the train vanished into the dark. The next morning, the tracks behind his house were ice cold, cold enough to frost the grass. Mateo moved away a month later. He never slept near the tracks again. The legend behind the train. Locals say the train is a remnant of a tragedy, a derailment that happened decades ago, when a passenger line plunged off a bridge during a storm. Some believe the souls aboard never realized they died, that they continue their route, night after night, searching for the station they never reached. Others say the train is older than that it's a spiritual crossing, a vessel that moves between worlds, collecting those who wander too close. A few whisper something darker, that the train isn't carrying passengers, it's looking for them. The tracks at dawn by sunrise. The trembling is gone. The wind is warm again. The animals relax, but the tracks remain colder than the surrounding earth well into the morning. Some say if you place your hand on the rails, you can feel a faint vibration like something distant, something ancient, is still passing through. And if you listen closely, you might hear the soft hiss of metal gliding through the night, searching, waiting, returning.